It's not. This bout is scheduled. So much hype. Here we go for round one.
They better start respecting each other's punching power.
A perfect counter shot.
These two fighters are made for one another.
It's all offense all the time. I know boxing fans around the world feel like Christmas morning with these two finally in the ring.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Beautiful counter punch. Nope, that hook won't score.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Johnny, you would know this better than me, but I would hate fighting someone with this swarmer style. They don't let you breathe. They don't let you get off the ropes. You can't get your offense off. You just got to deal with them.
You are fighting the swarmer. Be smart, be sharp. Concentrate, but you've got to be confident. Do not dance his dance, because that swarmer, once you do that, you're giving the man a chance that shouldn't have one.
Good idea, but misses with the left hook. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Counter shot lands. Has to be careful. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. So about Calzaghe in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around? There's the bell for round two. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Hook misses. Those counter punches have to hurt. Counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got a dummy shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
He's going to go with more footwork now. What do you think of that strategy? Misses with the straight left. Both men step back for just a moment. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. guard, they get caught. Beautiful counter shot. A straight right just misses. Nice counter punch right up the middle. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You've just got to put in a guess.
He misses with that straight left. They exchange punches. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Calzaghe in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious. There's the bell for round 3. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
So much firepower here. Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
How about that time counter shot? He threw a punch and just got countered. Straight right just misses. He threw the hook, didn't land. Good counter punch. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Both of these fighters have... Oh, wait a minute! The pride of Wales in some real trouble! No, we don't see a knockdown!
Bing Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Nice work to block that right uppercut. That counter punch caught him clean. Not a lot of defense here at all. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Catch and shoot. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They both want the knockout. Good counter punching. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Calzaghe is down, but will he get up? Let's see that again.
I need to see that again.
Talk about Calzaghe in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
That round, it was a... Okay, I'm happy I like that round. Good work. You were thinking the jabs last round. You've been coasting this fight, and now you've let it... Great work. Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Great round.
Back at it in round 4. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. There's a counter shot. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
You'd like to see more jabs. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Nice counter shot. Got out of the way of that right hook. They're giving us a high-tempo show. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Punch, counter punch. Well done with that counter shot. Is he going to punch himself out, though? And he scores with the counter. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talking about Calzaghe in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy.
On to the 5th we go. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Missing with the hook. Nice counter. And that hook misses. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Counter shot. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Joe Calzaghe is on the canvas. And you can see here his face basically melts into his glove, and down he goes.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
Tried to set up the inside left uppercut, but he beat me to it with a straight right hand. Watch this. Got to the outside shoulder. The angle's there for the uppercut, but he got to the right hand before I did. See, it's right there. Just a matter he got there before I did. Uppercut was wide open, but he got the right hand off before I got the left hand off.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
That's the breaks of boxing.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
Winning the fight easy on points for the most part. First 2 rounds, he scored a knockdown there. Problem with this game is everybody's pointing it out. Like, he was fatigued, but he wasn't punching like he was fatigued. When you're dog, because he was at a fatigue state where he shouldn't be able to he shouldn't be able to fire off rapid punches at that point. And his movement in the ring is too that. This is why Undisputed 1 can't. It's a beginning. I've heard that the Undisputed 1 has basically been abandoned. Now they're going in a new direction. They're going to start with Undisputed 2. They're bringing in EA Sports developers and people from Rockstar. It's all name dropping. Until we see some product, I'm not going to say anything. But what I can say this is you released a boxing game, and it's been out for 2 years. You don't have a clinching system. That's a problem. You never really address your stamina issues. That's a problem. You don't have a full spectrum punching mechanism. That's a problem. To say the least, too. And then, just from a personal standpoint, too many celebrities. You know, you added real world boxers, which is nice, but then you started putting in people like who? You know, you started putting in people like this. People who don't even box professionally. Like, I guess he's a rapper or somebody like that. And then this. Look at this. Look at this nonsense. It's nonsense. But neither here or there. Like, the game, as it is right now, it's an unfinished product, and it will always be because they've abandoned it. So we'll see what Undisputed 2 happens. They say it's going to be out sometime in maybe late 2027. So until then, this is all you'll have. I don't think this can't be called a bad boxing game in its present state. I think the people who will not like this game are fun people. First off, people who just want to pick up a game and just start pressing buttons. If you don't know anything about boxing, this game, you're not going to be able to avoid the bugs of this game. This is not a game for people who is going to come in and just press buttons mindlessly, not understand how the logic of boxing works. Number 2, the mechanics. Even if you do understand boxing, you got to understand, you got to come in as there's certain things that you like to do in real life isn't going to work on here. For instance, chest-to-chest boxing on here isn't what it is like in real life. The guys slide off way too easily. You can't maintain angles on the inside consistently enough. And on top of that, like I said before, with no full spectrum punching mechanism, you can't shorten up or elongate your punches based on the distance of where the fighter is. Basically, you're throwing the same rhythmic punches no matter what distance. That's a problem. You don't throw, you're chest to chest with a guy on the inside. Why am I throwing a hook that's basically wrapped around the guy's back like I'm giving him a hug? Makes no sense. Makes no sense. So anyway, guys, short video there. Undisputed is pretty much a dead issue. We look forward to Undisputed 2. Like I said, they're bringing in EA Sports developers and Rockstar developers. Yeah, from Rockstar. Again, to me, it's just name dropping. It's no different than going into a club and trying to impress some chick about knowing, oh, I know this guy from Hollywood or whatever. Until you show me some hardware and show me some performance, I don't give a damn who you know. Show me some performance, then we'll talk. Until then, guys, I'll see you next time. Peace.